What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video with your boy Jordan. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry. I want to let you guys know what I'm going through. So currently I'm shadow banned on Instagram, so like I'm basically done on Instagram, and I don't want to get too much into this on this video. If you guys want to hear about the shadow ban, why I got shadow banned, and how to not get shadow banned, I'm done for. Like, my profile is done for, but I could save some of you guys if you're curious about it, but that's another video. Basically, all I wanted to say about that is follow me on TikTok, because I'm going to make all of my short form original content for TikTok, and I'm still going to post on Instagram, but it's going to be content that I made for TikTok that I'm putting on Instagram as well. So I'm going to be catering more to TikTok than Instagram, which is a switch up from what I've been doing the past 6 months. But with that, let's move on to the actual topic at hand, the video. So nobody knows this, or not a lot of people know this, but I actually bought this car from eBay, on eBay. I bought this car on eBay from Georgia. So I wanted to kind of tell you guys the story of like how I found this car. I've already told the story of like what happened when I bought the car, but I wanted to tell you guys the story of how I found this car. So when I was around 17 years old, I began looking for a Terminator Cobra because I was obsessed. I was watching videos of Terminator Cobra every day and night for years. So when I was around 17, I finally started looking because I was able to finally get one with enough money saved up. So I'm looking around every single day. I'm looking at like every website trying to find an 0304 Terminator Cobra. I finally come across the Terminator Cobra at a place called Cosmo Motors, which is about 50 miles away from where I live in Gastonia. I think it was in like Greenville or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but we go and look at the car. I drive the car, and I'm like, oh my god, it was a Kenny Bell convertible, had Flowmasters, long tube headers. It was already making like 530, 540 with the wheels. And it was amazing. I was freaking in love. And it took me like 6 months to find that car, right? I was like 17. We drove it, and we were gonna come get it a few weeks later, but the salesman literally calls my parents. He didn't call me, I guess, because he knew I would be so devastated. He calls my parents and is like, hey, that Cobra you guys were gonna buy, it's stolen, it's gone. Basically what happened is some sort of gone in 60 seconds operation happened at Cosmo Motors, and someone stole the Terminator Cobra, they stole a Challenger, and they stole a Corvette, which is crazy, like all in the same day. So the Cobra that we were gonna buy was stolen. This was me at 17 years old. It took me a full year to find another Cobra. We looked for an entire year, every single day, checked the internet for an entire year. My budget was around 16 to 17 grand. So I had to get a higher mileage Cobra at the time because that was what I could afford, and I really wanted one no matter what, especially a black one. So finally, after a year, I'm on eBay of all places. I'm like 18 years old now. I'm on eBay of all places, and I find a stock, like a literally bone stock Terminator Cobra, black coupe, one owner car, 96,000 miles, but super clean. And I start looking at it, start talking to the guy. Turns out that the guy that's selling it races these cars. His name is Bart Tobener. You can look him up. He races Cobras, like he's literally a race car driver. But he was selling it for a friend of his. It was a female police officer, one in her car, but it was out of Georgia. So basically, we put a down payment on this car on eBay. I think we put like a $500 down payment on the car on eBay. So this car was purchased on eBay. I know a lot of you guys probably don't know that, but it was purchased on eBay. Me and my mom, we drove all the way to Georgia from Gastonia, North Carolina, in her, or our, I would say, 2005 GT, Mustang GT. At the time we kind of shared it. She would drive it, sometimes I would drive it. We've always kind of been like a muscle car family, if you will. So, you know, this was kind of like a car that we all wanted, the Terminator Cobra. And so we drove to get it, got down there to Georgia, talked to the people, they were really cool, and it was just insane to me that, like, this, I started thinking about it. I was like, this car, this Cobra that's like super famous, with the That Dude in Blue review and everything that I've done with it, was purchased on eBay from a female police officer in Georgia, and then I drove 8 hours to get it. So this was a one owner car. It was bone stock. I mean, this thing didn't even have a catback on it. It literally had the stock exhaust. There was not one thing touched on this thing, and I really respect the owner for that. Now, I personally love my Borla attacks.
Hey, he wants to taste it. He wants to taste it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, sir, how did it taste?
Tasted like motherfucking America, baby.
But respect to the owner for having a clean Terminator Cobra with 96,000 miles. In a way, I completely fucked this car up because I believe it was garage kept. I got it. I was 18 years old. I didn't have a garage. And so a bunch of shit over the years happened to this car with the paint and just being outside, and you know, now it needs a new interior and a repaint because an 18-year-old bought it without a garage. And I guess you could dislike me for that, but I wanted the car so bad that I just really didn't think about any of that at the time. I was just like, I can't think about anything else. I was obsessed with this car just like a kid was obsessed with a girl in high school. Like, I was just polarized. I was gonna get it no matter what, whether I had a garage or not. And when I was younger at the time, I did get a car cover, but the car cover I got, even though it was like $100-something, it didn't do anything. And like, I would have the car, it would rain, and the rain would like drag the car cover off. And eventually I just stopped covering it up, and a bunch of stuff happened to my car. I mean, people were kind of mean about this car. When I got it off high school, people would egg it, and people would like do a bunch of stuff to it that messed my paint up. And I don't really know why they did it. People didn't like me. There was really no reason for people not to like me. I was nice to everybody. But you know, that's kind of, that's a different story entirely. The point of the video and the most interesting thing here is that this car that is now internet famous, which was, you know, it's been internet famous for a while, I bought it off of eBay and then drove 8 hours to Georgia to get it. And then on the way home, my clutch went out, which I have another video about that. If you want to see that video, you can click down here below. But yeah, the world famous Cobra was an eBay purchase after the Cobra that I was looking at before got stolen from like a gone in 60 seconds type deal. Crazy, right? Interesting story. This thing, it might need a retune, it might have 134,000 miles, it might have messed up paint, and it might have been through a lot with your boy, but it can still give you the beans. Like, this thing can still put a smile on your face. Through everything that I've been through lately, with Instagram just completely just screwing me, like, through everything that I've been through lately with Instagram just completely like kind of shutting down my account and shadow banning it so no one can see it, this car can still kind of make me feel better, which is pretty cool. I've had this car for 7 years. I've never wanted to sell it. There were a couple instances where I almost had to sell it for financial reasons, but this car is literally the single best investment that I ever made for so many different reasons. Financially, I'm building a brand on it now, and it became one of the most famous Cobras in the world. And from a happiness standpoint, this thing's made me so freaking happy, and it's just all around been a really, really good investment. On paper, it's a really bad investment, but for me, Jordan, this car was the best investment that I ever made, and it helped me really become who I am today. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video. If you think the fact that this Cobra is from eBay is pretty cool, let me know down in the comment box below. If you really enjoy this video, leave your boy a like for that reason. Comment if you have any questions or concerns. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button and ring that bell for your boy, so that when I put out videos, you get notifications for those videos, because now we are exclusive to YouTube and TikTok, since Instagram said, "Fuck Jordan, we're gonna shadow ban that ass." But yeah, I will see you guys next video. Much love, my brothers and sisters. Let me do the really cliche camera covering up thing.